Hi, I'm Clarinda, and you are listening to the Feel Light, Mind, and Body podcast, created for women like you. Women who are experiencing success in so many areas of life, but are struggling with weight loss, stress eating, and decreased energy. Losing weight can feel hard, heavy, and restrictive. That's why every week I will be offering you a different perspective, tips, encouragement, and a unique approach so that you can feel lighter in your mind and body rather than feeling deprived, frustrated, or discouraged. What if you could feel free, yet in control around food for the rest of your life? What if you could enjoy your experience of losing weight and getting healthier? You absolutely can. You're in the right place. Take this time for yourself and let's dive in. Welcome to episode number 4 of Feel Light, Mind, and Body. Today, I'm going to offer you an antidote for the top 3 weight loss struggles that probably isn't what you've been thinking is the answer. In fact, what comes to mind for your 3 top weight loss struggles? Most likely you can rattle off way more than 3, as can I. But the 3 we will explore in this podcast show will go below the surface. They probably wouldn't show up on a Google search. So stick around until the end, as you will have a shift in perspective that will empower you, not discourage you. You'll also have a chance to gain access to a free kickstart so you can begin to take action today. Let's begin by looking at a definition of struggle. The Merriam-Webster states it's a violent effort or exertion, an act of strongly motivated striving. And the kids' version definition, which I didn't realize this was provided, and that's excellent for simplifying even more, as we have enough information to decipher. Anyway, it says, struggle is to make a great effort to overcome someone or something, to strive, to proceed with difficulty or with great effort. Just saying the word struggle or thinking about it creates a feeling of dis-ease. Depending on how in tune you are with your body, you may feel a tightening up, a constrictive feeling. It feels heavy and hard. So how do you feel right now when you say or think, losing weight is such a struggle? Or maybe you're thinking, I struggle to keep my weight off. Many women on our consult call say that they feel discouraged, defeated, hopeless, ashamed, annoyed, frustrated. And what might be the saddest one of all? Resigned. It's human nature to want to avoid a struggle. We do this in many ways. We procrastinate, avoid, distract, overpleasure to feel better at the moment, fool ourselves, rationalize or provide reasons or excuses. We are all very good at that. So know that it isn't just you. Honestly, I could have picked so many struggles to talk about, and as you continue to listen weekly to this Feel Light, Mind, and Body podcast, we will cover them all. But I've chosen the 3 that are often overlooked. Again, this is an individual perception for you. I am using these 3 as they are the top ones I see with my clients that are really holding them back from feeling free yet in control. After we cover these, I will offer you the antidote. Are you ready? The number 1 struggle I see in women who really want to be healthier, who are tired of wearing the same elasticized pair of pants or skirt, who want to feel sexier, and let's be real, they really want to reach their weight loss goal. It is the fear of failing, of starting and stopping, maybe even reaching their goal and then gaining most of it back, or maybe even more. Do you resonate with that? Are you aware that this underlying fear may be influencing your choices each day? If you are nodding your head, notice if any judgy thoughts follow. If so, just say, not today, inner critic. Today I'm choosing awareness with compassion and love. You will hear me say this very often on this podcast, and I make no apologies for it. Judging yourself for your past actions is not helpful long term. It may fuel your drive initially, but it will dissipate, guaranteed. Fear of failure holds us back in so many areas of life. In applying for a more desirable job, trying a new sport, learning a new skill, seeking an authentic, connected, and vulnerable relationship, and trying a new approach to losing weight, to name a few. This fear is stronger if you have experienced a failure already in that area. The ironic part is, when you don't take action because of your fear of failing, you are failing. You are failing ahead of time by not even starting, by not giving yourself a chance to fail and learn and grow and fail some more until you suddenly realize how far you are along your path as you fail forward. So, if fear of failure is the number one struggle in losing and maintaining weight, what do you think is number two? Lack of willpower. I hear this all the time. I don't have enough willpower, Clarenda. Or, I used to have willpower, but I've lost it. We definitely link willpower as a necessity to overcome a struggle. Yes, we will need willpower some days, but that shouldn't be the fuel that you are depending on for your actions and results. Listen again to the definition of a struggle: a violent effort or exertion, an act of strongly motivated striving. Phew. Again, just saying this leaves me feeling kind of yucky and wanting to shift my focus to something that makes me feel better. That is a good thing if that focus is something that will help you reach your goal, not just provide temporary relief right now. Remember, the antidote is coming, but first let's look at the third most common struggle that I hear from women. Not just my clients, but women I interact with at a gathering, online, and with personal friends and family. The third struggle is time. I hear, it's not the right time, or I don't have enough time. I get it. Our lives are full. We've also created a lot of busyness in our lives and a lot of noise. Eliminating some of the noise has been one of my goals during the past few pandemic years, as I'm thinking it may have been yours as well. Time is our most valuable asset, yet we tend to waste it, kill it, and spend it rather than invest it. These are wise words from Jim Rohn, one of the pioneers of personal development. Choosing to prioritize your health and goals is an investment. However, it's one you will never regret. As I'm sharing these three struggles briefly, I'm thinking that it would be helpful to break them down even more in their own episode. Let me know if you would be interested in me doing that. I want to keep each podcast between 10 to 20 minutes so that you can make the time to listen and reflect after, not simply let it be more information in one ear and out the other. You don't need more noise in your life. You need more intentional, empowering guidance. But let me add, if you missed episode number 2, titled, How Satisfied Am I? How to Make Your Life Even Better, then go back and listen or re-listen to it. If you are finding this episode through the Googles, then make sure you hit subscribe so I am waiting for you every Tuesday morning when you wake up. I chose Tuesday because I know that Mondays can be a blur after a weekend off. Tuesday, you are still in the mindset that you know you can make your life even better somehow. So, what is the antidote for these struggles along with the others you are also identifying? As I mentioned earlier, it might not be what you think. Pause and think about what is coming up for you. Are you thinking it's a certain action? Something you think you need to start or stop doing? Let's begin by looking at the definition of an antidote. An antidote is something that relieves, prevents, or counteracts. We love and long for antidotes. Often it is available to us, but we have been so conditioned in our perpetual thinking that we haven't considered another option. We keep trying what we have done, and maybe it worked for a while in the past, but you are listening to this podcast for a reason. What you thought was an antidote in the past feels familiar. It helps to understand that your primitive brain loves familiarity, and its primary role is to keep you safe. The problem with that is often it leaves you circling the struggles in your mind or strengthening the belief by commiserating with others who are also struggling, and you end up with the same sad result. I have found that the core antidote that takes a woman who feels like she is spinning or stuck to feeling empowered to make a change in her mind and body is hope. That's right. You may have been thinking I would be telling you what to do. Things like stop the evening snacking, get more sleep, move more, and so many other action steps I could add to the list. We will cover all of these in upcoming episodes, but at the root of it, the most powerful antidote is establishing a feeling of hope within. When you are feeling hopeless, I doubt that you are taking any action on those 3 struggles or the other ones that you have. Let's do a quick check-in again. How does your body feel when you think or say the word hope, or maybe saying it in an empowering sentence like, there is hope for me to lose the extra pounds to feel lighter in my mind and body. And the hope that I also give to my clients is that they can actually enjoy the process. It doesn't have to feel like a struggle. In fact, I like them to let the word struggle go. After a consult call or a coaching session, the women leave with a feeling of hope. They sometimes join in with the feeling of hope, but often it is a feeling of discouragement and frustration. And they say they had all but given up hope. So you want to bet that we use that thread of hope, build on it, and strengthen it into a new belief about your potential. So how does that feel for you? You may notice a lot of swirling thoughts that have a lot of buts in them. Totally normal. Let them be there, but turn the volume down on those thoughts for a moment. Allow yourself to feel hope. If it's safe to do so, close your eyes and imagine yourself reaching your goal, whatever it might be. Then imagine yourself being able to maintain that goal. Ooh, how delicious does that sound and feel? You may notice an expansive feeling. Maybe you are leaning into the possibility and notice that your posture has lifted. Your facial muscles have relaxed. And with that spark of hope, there's an added feeling of anticipation and a rise in your energy. Right now, while you are in this energy, I recommend that you take the next empowering step for you. It might be reaching out to me. I love to hear from you. It might be commenting on my social media posts, which will strengthen your hope and belief. Commenting on a social media post could be your version of drawing a line in the sand. I'll also include in the show notes a link for you to click on and receive my complimentary mini video series called 5 Steps So Your Clothes Feel Looser. It could be the very best hour you give yourself this week. I hope you found value and encouragement in today's episode. Lean into hope as it feels better. It will also lead you to what you need to help and support you with the missing pieces in your weight loss journey puzzle. Thank you so much for listening. Time sure flies when we're having fun. And guess what? I will see you again next week with some of my top holiday thriving tips. You don't want to miss out on this one. Now, do yourself the biggest favor. From love, take at least one action step from what you learned today. Knowledge without application won't give you the results that you desire. Let me know on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, what you are choosing to do and when. And yes, please leave a podcast review wherever you are listening to this. When people read your words and can see themselves in them, then you are contributing to women empowering other women. And that feels amazing. You just might change or save a life today.